it's not good. Well, we're here and we want to update you a little bit about what's going on in Ethiopia with the kids and the feeding center. We also want to let you know some of the changes that are coming to El Peace and how you can be a part of them. If you've never been a part of a sponsorship program, or it's your first time hearing about El Peace, it's the first video you're watching, please go to our website, lpeaceinternational.org. Check it out. You can also sign up to get emails. You can find out more about our organization. Or if you're maybe a business owner or a pastor and you want to know how you can be a church partner or a business partner, we want to let you know that you can contact us and do that. We're so excited to have you. Now, Pastor Michael, let's kick this off. We had COVID, and it changed everything. Our kids were going basically 3 times a day to the feeding center. They're going to school. They live there basically, and they don't sleep there, but they sleep at home or their guardians' houses, and they're eating. But then all of a sudden COVID happened, and the government put a mandatory shutdown on all the food. They couldn't assemble, they couldn't get together, so our kids were awake. And we stepped in, and you stepped in, Pastor Michael, and you started doing fundraising, and you kind of helped, and we were able to fundraise some dollars because it was unexpected. Because what did we have to do in the short little time, those 4 weeks where they were trapped in their home, they weren't able to get out? What did El Peace do to help make sure all the kids got food?
Yeah, we were, once we know when these things happen, we try to send the food to where they live. So it was very tough for our workers. But we try to handle it, and then now they are coming every day. If they come in the morning, they'll eat, and their lunch and dinner they'll take.
So just a minute. So they're coming every day, but not all the kids are coming at the same time, are they?
Not the same time.
So how many kids are coming to the campus?
I think every 30 minutes they come in, like 10 kids.
Okay, so every 30 minutes, 10 kids come, and then they space out all in the room.
Yes.
They eat their food, and after they finish their food, what is the worker going to do?
The workers, they keep their distancing and start to feed them. And after they finish, those 10 kids, when they go home, they will take their lunch and dinner with them. So
the workers prepackage the food in their lunch and dinner, and they take it home. Yeah. And that happens all throughout the day, from start to finish. And depending on when you come, it will determine whether you get dinner and breakfast the next day, or you get lunch and dinner, or you get what meal you get, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a lot. As you can see, that's increased the workload for the workers double. So what they used to start in the morning and finish in the afternoon and the evening, they're working pretty much all day. And so please be prayerful for our workers. Another change that's happened is there's no school right now.
Yeah, there's no school.
And they're trying to figure out, how do they do school? So what are some of the options? What are the things that they're thinking about?
Yeah, the school, we actually, our school functioning like printing their lesson. And once a week they give to the kids, and the students take that sheet with them, the paper, and they studied on it, and actually, they already finished their final exam. And so it was very tough for the school and the teachers also that. And I don't know how it's going, for the next year. So still, I think there is no plan, for next year to open the school. So they are going to do the same thing.
Yeah. So really and truly, it's not like here they don't have mass communication. There's not like the internet. They're not sure what to do, but they're going to try to help keep the school getting information and try to help keep the kids learning. In fact, last year, all the kids passed automatically. They didn't take it into their exams, but they know they can't do that this year. So they're really pray for the kids, pray for those that are affected. Also, our widows, that's a big project. We have widows, we have the evangelists, we have lots of people that are all out there. So please continue to pray for those. But we want to encourage you to sign up for our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, and follow those and share those and comment so that you can help get the word out about what's happening at El Peace. Now, there has been some major changes to what we want you to know about, which is our programming, the way our programming is structured and going to be structured in the future. And so if you're just watching this first time and you're thinking, hey, I would like to be a sponsor, I'd like to be a donor, I'd like to be a partner, and you're wondering how you get involved, this is how you can do it. First of all our current donors, you're going to get a letter in the mail that looks just like this, all right? And this letter is a greeting and update of some of the good things, some of the things you just heard on here. It's also ways that you can see some of the changes that we have going on at El Peace and why we're making that. And so if you once you get this, if you have any questions, please just let us know, because we want to meet with you and to contact you. Just call us, Pastor Michael, Angel, or I will be glad to field your questions. But we want you to be informed, and want you to know how to keep connected. Now, one of the things that I think is really important is the difference in structure for sponsorship. All of our current sponsors, nothing's going to change for you. We still have $35 a month is our current sponsorship, but we are going to change the cost of sponsorship for all new sponsor donors, and that's for our Widows program and for our child sponsorship program. Those are direct sponsorship opportunities. So we are increasing from $35 a month to $60 a month. We're going to be increasing the child sponsorship program. And so all new donors, you will come in at $60 a month. And for the Widows program, it's going to go from $25 to $40 a month. And that's going to go the Widows program. And those are going to be direct sponsorships. So that means you get one widow or one kid that you give to. You're the only person that has that. This is unlike some of the other organizations that sponsor the children multiple times to make up the difference. Now, this is in line with what other organizations are doing. It's also in line with inflation. We're just kind of lagging a little bit. We were very nervous as a board and as leaders to raise this price. We like the $35 price. We like that donation point, but it's really difficult for us to run the organization. So to give you an example, it's included in the letter, but just to kind of, when we first started the organization in 2008, we helped to create a budget that was based on $35 from every child that was sponsored. And then what we started noticing is the fluctuation of inflation, the amount of times that the dollar value and the birr value changes in Ethiopia began to make it really difficult for us to manage our budget and feed the children and care for the children and get them to go to school for that $35 mark. Praise the Lord. We had churches, we had private donors, we have individuals that all gave extra so that we can make the gap. The other thing we did is mission trips. And we started doing mission trips, and we use the mission trips to help fund the organization while we're over there. So while you're on a mission trip, when you go on a mission trip with LPs, all of your money goes to help the programs there. Once you pay for your travel, your transportation, your food, and your airplane ticket, once that's all coming out, the rest of that money goes to work in Ethiopia. It helps take care of the kids. It helps provide changes and updates to the feeding center. You're working by painting and doing projects. Helps to us not to pay that money during the year. So that's what helped to offset it. But now we have at least 1 year, but we're not going to have a mission trip. We're going to have to figure out how to ship goods to the kids. We're doing all that. We're trying to figure it out. So it makes the dollars that we would get normally from the mission trip to help subsidize our monthly donations non-existent. So that's why we're making the big change. The other thing is the amount of increase that we've seen in the last since 2008, what is this, the last 12 years, we've seen a great increase, and we have an increase in the dollar value. So our original program was based around $4,500 and getting that a month. Now we're spending close to $7,000 or $8,000 a month, and it is tough. It is tough to make the difference, especially now that we don't have mission trips. We don't have some of those donors that are going and helping pour into special projects that they're doing. And so we also have increased salaries, increased health benefits that the kids are getting, and we have other struggles that are happening. The school education is going up, price of school, even though they're not having school, they're sending us a bill for the cost of school. A lot of our kids are going into high school and middle school, so it costs more for that versus primary care. And so these are all things that are raising the budget. We're anticipating this next year of having a $10,000 budget just for sponsorship. With a $10,000 budget for just sponsorship, and we have a $5,000 income, we have to raise the money somewhere. Now, most organizations have anywhere between $85 and $150 for direct sponsorship that are like ours, that are small, but we don't think we can make that jump. We don't think we can do that right now. We can ask, so we're doing the $40 and $60. And so we had to think of another way to increase giving. Now, Pastor Michael goes around and he speaks all the time. He talks to people, and he meets people that want to give, but they don't want to be a sponsor. And so one of the things that we had was really built out of some conversations that you had with some people that you met at the churches. So tell us a little bit about what you were experiencing when you go and talk somewhere and people want to donate, but they don't want to be a sponsor. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people want to donate to the program, but not, willing to sponsor the kids. So I encouraging them, whatever they can help, to the program. I always encouraging them. and they are willing to give one-time donation. So that's why even during this COVID, people are donating, almost $8,000 for the program.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was very amazing. So I mean, still people are asking to donate, and one-time donation, and also they wanna be a partner for LPs. People love to work with us, mostly by donating, one-time, giving, and also, by going with us to LPs mission trip. People are now is uh, I can see, many people, their willingness to be a partner with LPs,
Right.
but not, sponsoring. Yes.
Yeah. So what we did is based on that conversation, what you're hearing is people want to partner, they don't want to sponsor a kid directly, but they do want to invest. We took that opportunity to come up with a new donation stream or a new giving platform opportunity. And you can see that. You'll see that in the letter if you're a current donor. If you're not, you'll see this updated through our our website and updates there. And so you'll see what we've done is, and I'll scroll up to it so you can see it in the letter. We have taken our 5 missions, our 5 values of where we're at, and we put that on there. And you can see spiritual, educational, medical, and then we have nutritional, and then we have hope, which is our largest, our Dove donor. And so you can go on right now and you become one of our mission partners. So this is someone who says, I want to be a part of LPs. I want to do what you can, and you can say, I want to do this, and you become a spiritual donor at $10 a month. You become a sustainer. You help us to establish spiritual programs and get them connected to small groups and other things that are going on. Even some of our older kids are starting to develop and give training back to our younger kids. We can do that. We have Corey, who was one of our givers. She did this sisters program where the girls went and they got encouragement. And so those are kind of things that happen throughout the year and can happen. And we want to happen again, but it takes your support. Other thing is educational, helping them to get to school, get school supplies. One of the things that this does is goes directly to impact that portion of our program. That education is critical. Like we had to buy a copier. We had to buy a copier. It's a lot of money. Didn't even have any paper, but we bought a copier, and then we had to go buy paper so that we could print supplies for the kids so they could go to school. This year, that's going to come in a lot of handy. It came in a lot of handy, but it was because of donations to our education programs. Medical, cost of medicine and supplies, even treatments that are coming up. We're talking about COVID, but really, yellow fever, malaria, these are things that are all the time that we have to deal with in Ethiopia. Then we have nutritional, $35 a month, and that's interesting. That's where we started. We started at $30 in 2008. We started at $30. We upgraded to $35 a couple years later, but that's been it. And that's because the cost of food is so high. Even bread went from when I first got there was just a couple cents to now it's around 30 cents. And so you think what I used to buy for pennies, now I have to buy for a third of a dollar. That costs. That's a lot of upgrade for people who don't have anything, and if you're trying to feed a lot of people. The last is hope, and this is a great one. You can become a great mission partner by providing hope, and that's $100 a month. And so those are the ways that you can help and you can get involved. And so we have also on there, if you want to be a partner, a new partner, you'll have be a child partner at $60 and be a widow partner or a widow sponsor for $40. Those are also on there. Now, we have some other ways that you can help. And if you're a first-time watcher or you're going to be there that wants you to do, we want you to pray. We want you to be a prayer warrior. We want you to pray and be a part of what God's doing in Ethiopia. And so if you're willing to pray and you're willing to get on your knees and do that, maybe you believe that God's still working, even though we feel like we're defeated, we want to encourage you to do that. What are some things that people can pray for right now, Pastor Michael?
Yeah, there is a prayer request that, to pray for our nation, Ethiopia, land of Ethiopia, for the government, for the stability of our government over there. And we need to pray on, there is something is going on over there. So it's in the media, on the news. And so the other thing is, we need to pray for our workers, for the North and the South. They are working hard. for the better for the life of
Mhm.
the kids. So we need to pray for them. So that's
Cool.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep doing that. And so far, we don't have any kids that are positive COVID, but we
No,
want to pray for them
no.
and do that. And
They
so
will.
thank you. The other thing is we want to encourage you to volunteer. If you're hearing this for the first time, maybe you've got some administrative gifts, maybe you've got a couple hours a week that you want to volunteer, maybe 1 hour a month, please contact Angel and Pastor Michael and myself and let us know how you can volunteer. And then last, go. We're going to go on a mission trip again. We're not sure when. We're going to make sure it's safe. We're going to make sure it's for you and your family and go. But if you're not preparing right now by going out and getting a passport, if you're not preparing by saving money, if you're not preparing by praying about going, when we're ready, you're not going to be ready. And so we want to encourage you to get ready and be a part of that. And so this is just kind of an update, a general update of what's going on with you. But thank you for watching this, but we appreciate you. And if you're the first time watcher, if you're first time finding out information about this, and you want to know, please go to lpcinternational.org or email us and let us know how you can be a part of it. Is there one last thing you want to say, Pastor Michael, as we depart from this video? Is there anything you want to give them or encourage them to do?
Yeah, I just want to say for all our partners and prayer warriors and all our donors, I would like to say thank you very much for your stand together with us to work for the expansion of God's kingdom.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you guys so much and hope to see you in person soon. But if not, please check out our social media pages. By you liking them, commenting, and sharing, you really help us to expand out our influence. All right. God bless you guys.
God bless you.